I bought this a while back to do love readings. This is another Doreen Virtue. I got this one on Amazon, and this is the Romance Angels Oracle deck. It is a lot smaller than most of my other tarot and oracle cards. So if you can see, yeah, like my hands aren't like kind of going like this with my other cards. But yeah, they're about the size of my palm. Okay, this is what the back looks like. Okay, and yeah, there's just really cool little messages. Again, I read them with tarot cards for more of a specifics, for getting more details for the situation. And they actually have come through. Sometimes I do read these in reverse. They talk to me whenever Spirit's trying to get the message across. They talk to me either or. And depending on the day that I'm having, they're like, this is supposed to be upside down. This is supposed to be reversed. Like, say, for example, here's the trust. And, you know, this is very vintage. The siding, I thought that, yes, the siding does have the metallic on the side. If you can see that. You know, y'all be talking about on Instagram, like release your ex. Yeah, like here's one. The time has come to clear your energy. Okay. Yeah, so I just think those are kind of fun. Like they're really cool. They just give a direct message. There was no book that came with this. I think there is a book that is available. But yeah, you don't have to have the book for this. Back to tarot cards, okay? If you have been following me from the beginning, again, thank you so very much. I have done a couple special editions of tarot card readings with my Game of Thrones tarot card deck. This is fairly easy to find. This right here is the packaging. Okay, I fell in love with the packaging. I have a couple friends who have it, and I feel like the attachments you have to certain things that you love, they build more of an interest, and there's like a bond. I had a bond with the characters. I was really excited to see this. I did get this off of Amazon. It's fairly cheap. And I'll again leave the link below. Here is the inside of the box. Okay, I really loved the packaging, and I love the imagery on this. And here is the book. Okay, and like it just feels right. It feels right, y'all. It feels right. This one I have been using quite a bit more for my tarot card class that I've been going to. So I've been carrying it in a pouch. So I've been spending a lot of time with this one. Again, the size, you know, definitely a lot bigger. Not as big as the oracle cards that I've showed you guys already. But the imagery on this is fantastic. And this was created by Liz Dean. And like, look at this with the Hierophant, man. You've got Arya Stark is the death card. Again, if you haven't seen my videos doing my Game of Thrones tarot card readings, please do. I actually spent a lot of time trying to make something kind of funny and interesting to dedicate for being like part of the fandom of what is Game of Thrones, okay?
The night is dark and full of terrors. Violena. I did it. And I'd do it again. Ooh, tarot cards. It's what I do. I drink and I do things.
Ugh. Peeta Baelish, okay? Oh, and I have to show y'all the one that he's the magician. Do I have it out here? Here's the hermit, because we know that's everybody's favorite. You know, Bran Stark as the hermit. Okay. Bran Stark is the hermit. All right. Peeta Baelish as the magician.
That's nothing. It's a little thing. I hate that guy.
Hated Peeta Baelish. Hated him. Okay. Moving on. But yes, I highly recommend this tarot card deck. I love it. The creator / author, she paid very much attention to the whole story plot line. There's descriptions of the imagery of the cards, of where they came from, or the point and times of the story. And then she has her specific meaning of the book. And lately, the more that I have been interacting with them, they've been, again, very spot on, because I've been spending a lot of time with them. And I do feel like, being a fan of the show, it has helped me resonate with them a little bit more and carry that bond. So that is very important as far as when you are picking out your tarot card deck. Because for me, the traditional Rider-Waite, it didn't really call out to me. So I just like having the imagery on mine. And I felt like I had that connection more. Hang on a second. I lied. And I ain't no liar, okay? I ain't no liar. But again, if you guys cannot spend the $20 on a deck, and it's understandable, I understand. And again, I acquired these over time, before pandemic, before I was employed, unemployed. So again, you got to be mindful with your monies, and I totally get it. So if you have a five and below store near you, okay, and maybe even at Books A Million, but I think Books A Million charged a little bit more. All right, here's a little tip. Went to five and below. They had like the little book section in the middle, of all these books that were, they could have been $5, okay? Well, they had a time where they were selling these packagings for different hobbies. Well, I got lucky and I found tarot cards. I found a whole set on learning how to do tarot. These are not as nice cards. They're kind of made out of the flimsy cardstock, but I still use this. If I draw a card out of one of my other decks that I treat so precious, there was a book in it. That book is very helpful, as far as studying, because there's many books on tarot. But I use these cards as magic, for rituals. So for one, on my altar, I have a specific candle that I burn, that I got out at a witch store, and I burn, and I have this candle next to it because, again, I am creating the magic. I am asking for the help of my ancestors, angels, spirit guides, or other deities that I work with, and they come in, and letting them know that I am asking for the help of the magician, so I can play the magician and alter the reality. And for that moment in time and space, I can change things with bending the energy that I have. So again, I use this card stock from this deck, or any other cards that I do for rituals. This is kind of what I use for ritual work. So it has a purpose. It does have a purpose. Great for a beginner guide. But again, this is a Rider-Waite deck, and obviously you can see it has gotten some use. Let's see. Yeah, the star card I had, and I used it for a ritual, and then a candle like leaked on it, so you can see like the wax and stuff on there. It was an accident though. But they are serving a purpose. They are serving a purpose. So yeah, but this is like their take on the Rider-Waite deck. But yeah, if you go to five and below, they may still have those boxes of the tarot cards with the book. And again, it was like $5 with tax. Okay. And they're pretty well made for you just to kind of get started until you decide which deck you want to land on. Okay. Okay. And then it came in this really cute little package, kind of with the third eye tarot. So it was a big box. I don't have the box anymore, but yeah. So there we are with that. Then I have Moonology Oracle cards. This one does have a guidebook. Okay. Okay. And this is from Yasmin Boland. And the artwork is done by Nyx Rowan. Okay. There we go. And you've probably seen this one before. Okay. I'm still trying to get around with building a relationship with these cards. But I just loved what I saw. It just says, let the moon be your guide. And yeah, it just, the imagery is so pretty out of this, and then it gives like these messages, and it kind of helps like as far as when I'm looking to do something or seeking out an answer, I can get a timeline based on the moon phases. So like this one right here, this talks about step out of your comfort zone. This is the north node. Even the impossible, that's the blue moon. Okay. Emotions are running high. Super moon. Y'all remember that? Super moon. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Okay. It's time to release negative energy out in Scorpio. Okay. But I just thought the imagery, all of this was just so nice. So again, I'll take a picture. I'll show you guys at the very end. This is an oracle card. Sometimes it's good just to have like a really nice message. Marinate on what the card is telling you. Just kind of like with tarot. But sometimes you just need another message on how to interpret on certain things with certain meanings. But this is another Hay House publication. Okay, this one I like because this one is almost like a workbook. I have the Heal Yourself reading cards, and this one was from Ina Siegel, or Ina Segal, okay? And this is from Rockpool Publishing. It is a fairly large book with very large cards, okay? So when I open it up, it opens up kind of like a book, okay? Here we go. That's the inside, all right? And the guidebook, here it is, okay? And there's different exercises. So when you pull the card, it's got the card number, then it talks about maybe what's going on in your life. There's the temptation, then it asks you the question, and then there's an action for you to take, okay? You know, homegirl Gwen, she big on that action, okay? But yeah, it's really about the self-healing. So it's a lot of shadow work stuff, okay? Not like somebody doing it for you, but like you making the initiative in a safe space and doing it. So yeah, and as you can see, this is like really big, okay? But the imageries on these are so beautiful. I had the sexuality card that was just showing up top. And look at that, she's so cheeky. Okay, help from above. Okay, all right. Dreams, like, oh, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Unleash your creativity. Yeah, so I just thought that these were super cool. Yeah, and it's a very, quite honestly, besides my energy oracle, this is my other favorite oracle deck that I use because again, like it gives some really good advice, sound advice, and there's a certain exercise you can do to add as a ritual and work on something that needs to be worked on. So that shadow work's important, y'all. The shadow work is very important.